Okay, anyway, Vitality taking on FaZe Clan. Elimination. Final series of day number 1 here at IEM Sydney 2023. 4 long years between coming down under, and we're about to get things underway with an absolute bang.
All right. Brokey says goodnight to Zywoo. Just like that. That's the P250. Laying down the law. Twists immediately sent to the Shadow Realm, and these USPs are hitting headies. There's a bit of a team kill there from Magisk, which has really tipped the scales again, this time in favor of FaZe.
Said that pretty frequently today. I mean, seen more than a couple of team kills. Mouse series was a great example of exactly that. Brokey's taken an awful lot of space up long here.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's the hitboxes, you see. Your teammates' hitboxes got bigger too.
Yeah.
Right?
Easier to put them down.
See what happens here. Vitality and FaZe in an elimination match day 1. Peculiar. You heard from Apex saying they know what they need to do different. Let's see if they can, well, demonstrate that. That's not the most ideal of smokes, is it?
No,
Flames has got all the info.
It was from downtown, so I think to Flames it feels like, hold up a second. Is this a fake? Are they heading back towards B? Is this all a bit of a ruse? So the information keeps flowing his way, but he's questioning now that they're in this number disadvantage situation if he should go and join his in-game leader over towards B. Flamesy, a whole lot on the plate.
He's got himself a flash, he's got himself a HE, but he definitely wants to try and find one before he lets that bomb go down. Carrigan flashes up, Flames forced off the line. He is going to have a look. He is going to try and get a little bit of info. Spots all 3. Nade will do some damage to Carrigan. He hasn't got armor. Look at that. Puts him on just 28. Would love to finish it off with a bullet of his own. It's Brokey that takes the fight. It's Rops that goes down truck side. And now he knows where they both are. It's all Flamesy right now. Double kill. Carrigan already bleeding out from the HE.
Oh,
and it's clean from Flames. A 3K masterclass to get the pistol.
I'm tilted already if I'm FaZe.
Yep.
What? That's so poorly played.
Yep.
That is so poorly played. You sell Carrigan down the river, and the other 2 of you don't need to play on top of the bomb like that.
So really
Great shots from Flamesy.
Yep.
Fantastic work from him, but miserable round from FaZe, all things considered. Brokey had some absolute bangers and mash in this one. There's that smoke from downtown from Carrigan. The vision for Flamesy restored. So, okay, so Rops is forward on the truck, somewhat committed. This fight from Brokey, wanting to make sure it doesn't get out of control, but he just gets to peel them apart one by one. And that is a way back in that should never have existed.
Damn.
Oh, they enjoyed that one, and you can understand why. It will be the force fight for FaZe immediately. Galil's a scout for Carrigan. And a tag off the Brokey as Carrigan scout lights up one, steps in, Apex with the trade.
They're coming for him though. He's gonna have to fight on the tree. He's exposed. He should be dead. How has that taken so long? Flashbang.
Did they not see him in plain sight, or was Brokey partially flashed or something there?
That's the question. I don't know whether it was a flashbang and perhaps observers, the observer feed perhaps not making it clear.
Yeah.
But either way.
Yeah, funky bits and bobs early.
Yeah, the scouts all doing something. Zywoo's with the tag and converted. Carrigan's with a frag as well.
Gamble stack from Vitality over towards B. Zywoo, Flamesy, and Magisk all over this side of the map. And will they try and comb forward and look for a kill? They will. Magisk in the monster tunnel. It's found out. Rops will eventually tame the spray.
That's good. This is going to be a very... Whoa. I was going to say easy pickup. No longer easy. Flames actually catching a dink and now having to swap out weapons. That M4 into Zywoo's hands for this 2-on-2. And this, I remind you, is a FaZe second round force by virtue of that close first round.
Oh, this one missed?
Yeah, that's not quite on the money.
They'll hear the sound cue. Either way, it wouldn't have made any difference.
They're sticking to their guns with this stack.
Twist has a good timing.
Oh, I say that. They're just starting to maneuver back. They've played this so well, FaZe. They've avoided the threat entirely. Now, Heaven will become a factor.
Well, and they see the missed smoke.
That was a chance for Zywoo. Now the chance
he's dinked.
Fleeting. That scout's not going to get him far. I think the rifle's unretrievable. Is it? Where is it?
Where did it go?
There it is. Okay, cool.
I don't know. They removed 2 little ledges that I don't know how I feel about. There's one just there behind that railing that used to be able to jump on and then mantle over the ledge. And then obviously the Heaven boost as well.
Yeah.
So there's some things which... And there's also... I discussed... Oh, hold up. I've cut him off with the pass. Flamesy, you might be losing everything here. You've been able to get the rifle, sure, but for how long? Rain on the hunt immediately, and there you have it. So That is a great response. Never mind. If they had lost that, then yeah, that tilt factor I was talking about is definitely setting in. But to lose the pistol, knowing you should have won it, now you've won the force in the second. This is the most miserable part of the money system in MR12 now. Because if you are on the side of Vitality, you know you have to buy back in, but you had min-loss bonus, right? So this really sucks. And then if you lose this round, and they have gone all in, they have shoved, if you lose this round, then you're on a full eco. So this is the part that people aren't loving.
Are critical of, yeah. Well, let's find out if the... I mean, this is FaZe Clan, right? Excuse me, this is Vitality on the Deagles, but we saw what the Deagles can do on CS2 in that FaZe Clan game. Whatever Rops was doing was crazy. Love that! Love that! Apex! The only SMG, the only slight better gun, bar the sidearms of his teammates. Now a Galil will fall into a teammate's hands. It's Magis to retrieve that. And a lot of info off the back of that. Monster was quiet, Short was empty. Zywoo poised with the dig on this headshot. Angle, a CT smoke to give Zywoo a bit more room to maneuver. He has spotted out the long player as well. Surely FaZe have to just chill for a little bit here.
They've invested a lot to try and take this space, though. They've left with 2 smokes, 2 flashes to reinitiate. How long do Vitality keep the lion's share of their forces here, and do they start searching forward? That's the next question. It's getting awfully quiet.
Yeah, that jumping SMG's really thrown a wrench in the works, and Vitality with a leg up and a good stack. Good shot. Rain's low, brought lower. Apex, a second frag in the round. Now up to Brokey, and only one, as it looks like it's up to Twist and Carrigan hitting their shots. It's a lot from Twist. Maybe Carrigan can finish the job, as he eventually does deliver on the spray. Fakes it out. Not gonna bite Magisk, the veteran at this stage. Oh, he's just perfectly pipped the gap. No way Carrigan's ready for this now. Fake. Magisk should have him dead to right. 7 seconds and he's dead. This is, well, do we start the tilt conversation again?
No,
I don't know.
Okay, this is on now. So the fact that we've gone back and forth in this fashion, there'll be enough for FaZe to get at another weird-looking force buy. So we can at least continue these investments of some variety. But do you want to take a timeout just to discuss those options? And this is great from Apex. Not only is he jumping, but you can see the players peering around short. So there's a contingency there as well if that doesn't pay off. It's also space. So, you know, a good opener considering the circumstances. And I think that's very important that Vitality is still playing in that fashion. So a great one, and Apex is going to be feeling very good about that.
Yeah, really, really cool way to get the most out of that MP9.
So Scout again for Carrigan, interestingly enough. 2 Galils, Tech9 Deagle, Light on Util, of course. And also, we haven't really discussed the Zonic factor. No longer coaching this Vitality team. Xtaz is back, but Matt's here behind them now. And that's going to be something that's leaving a bit of a bad taste.
No doubt about that. Thanks. Oof. Didn't quite find the finish onto Rain. He knows he's on a timer. Carrigan was considering the crawl. He's, taking the fight. Landed the shot, but dead as well. Flames, good find. Takes down Brokey after the 1.
Yeah, important trade. Done very well there. Just caught in the open.
They're fighting this. Pushing through the smoke, spamming through the smoke. Flames will go down. Apex responds. Oh, a second from Apex. A solid impact from him in these first couple of rounds. And Zywoo makes it look easy through the smoke onto Rain. So call that 3. CT side of 1, the force by Wars.
Yeah, this will be the eco now for FaZe. We had a split desk. I think it was Blair thinking that FaZe will make it through, and Gassard believing in Vitality.
Well, you want to be the deciding vote?
No, okay. I'm not on the desk anymore. I don't have to have a vote. I just get to talk about what's happening live. So we'll leave the predictions up to the analysts. But I think things have been pretty bad for FaZe as of late. As a missed Molly, Blair was discussing some of the inconsistencies with that.
Okay, Zywoo, he's very aggressive on that one, but he's got Spinks right behind him. So no harm, no foul.
And I just feel that this, for FaZe, really hurts, because in this group it was already a pretty tough group to begin with. We're moving into CS2 from CSGO, and now after losing a best of 1, a map that I was watching earlier in the day, I thought that they definitely could have picked that one up. To lose in OT, double OT, mind you, to Gamer Legion, they're probably regretting, you know, some of the minutia of that match.
Yeah, they had so many things going their way over the course of that nuke game. I mean, that crazy Deagle 3K from Rops. Twists with a clutch as well to get them to match point. It really was looking like everything was going their way. I did like, it was interesting to see Twist with like a positive tweet about his experience, even though it was a kind of a harrowing loss in overtime. And missed smoke. So yeah, team kills, missed smokes. Welcome to, you know, the expectation for this shifting game.
Yeah, these players, when they had this library of smokes, like they've built it like Alexandra in their head of all these different positions of where they can throw the util from. Now they have to relearn it all. Opening exchange.
Nice. Saiwoog on the AWP has connected an advanced positions AWP pick. Now, he's limping.
I think we'll find out from the likes of Zaiwu how badly the AWP nerf really is, right?
True.
So if we get to see someone who doesn't even AWP all the time, still being a monster on it, I think that could say a lot. But when you are the game, you have a high expectation. Definitely going to be A at this juncture. See how far forward they are up toward the flower pots. Dipping back with the smoke is Brokey, trying to set them up to attack the site. Carrigan and Rops to try and brute force their way in. High flash and a go.
Zaiwoog throws out a pot shot, hoping they don't clear Apex, and well, he does manage to find the first, and surely going down to Brokey now, and they're going to go for a truck side plant. This is a 2-on-2. Magisk on the retake, coming round from connector side. Flames making no secret of his approach. Spamming through those smokes.
That's a kit for him as well, so Magisk picking up
smoke kit. Ooh.
The necessary utility for a retake. The dream package.
Yeah, I mean, especially if Flames could isolate any of these duels, and it doesn't matter when he's just managed to find Magisk with one, and now Brokey in the clutch. He knows where he's coming from. Does he want to take the fight? It looks like he does. And on the jump, plucked from the air. Brokey delivers FaZe with a second round. They needed that. Back into the guns and into a one-on-one. Brokey clutches up.
I wonder how the death cam fake looked there as well, because you saw Magisk was jumping up ready for what I believe would be like either a front sight or a truck fight, not ready for the drop-down CT position at all. So there's that missed smoke that was highlighted. Bit of a standard smoke. That's a great shot from Rops, isn't it? But Brokey with an impactful round. He had a lot of impact on the pistol as well, and here it is. Bang! Magisk jumping up, loses his life, loses the round, and back underway we go.
Oh, rushing, running, gunning. Carrigan finds Flamesy. Tenacious from FaZe, just charging. They went for a two-man connector setup, and I like the idea, but pace does disrupt it.
Some of this is...
Look at Robs. Oh, just walking in. Abusing this site.
It is interesting. We have a blend of a new game, so it's got a fresh feel, and people are going to take a lot more liberties and play a little bit riskier. But we also have some of the nuance of where CSGO got left off, and you're seeing both of it in play at the same time. Rops, the jumping MP9 is his undoing. Twist gets traded out. Apex cannot be stopped.
Yeah, he's having a real fantastic start to this series. 9 frags so far from the captain, and Ray swap into the bomb. Another Apex frag. He is flying high right now.
But see the confidence there for those type of fights. Maybe if this was CSGO, he might not be so confident to look for these, but here he's just taking any opportunity, any gap he can find. Carrigan has found safe haven on the site, but does not have the bomb on his back. It is just over to his right hand behind the pillar. But he has to cross treacherous waters to get there, and Apex with the MP9 at range has now given up his position. I'm not sure you're going to expect two. The trade, and Apex again, the flying Frenchman.
I think he's an SMG main right now. I mean, it's working so wonderfully for him. 11 kills in our first 7 rounds of play in this best of 3. See some of these again. Look at it, he's deliberately leaping into these duels, pulling his opponent's crosshairs away from his teammates. Yeah, this is certainly started brilliantly for Apex. 5-2 the score. And an eco to stomach for FaZe. Through the flames. Brokey singed mildly down to 80. So already this is going to be quite the comfortable CT haul, having 6 this early into the half, with certainly a whole lot more room for more. Toilet's the gap. Spinks responsible for an awful lot. He's looking for answers with these Jumps for info, looking into that toilet position. Going for a crouch jump peek. And it's ZywOo that does find first contact. It's Rain on that long side.
So if we do need to go the distance, we have Nuka's the third, but map number 2 we have Vitality's choice of Inferno. I'm excited to see more Inferno just for the fact of the CS2 and it being the most different map out of all of them. I would say Overpass probably comes in as a close second. You can see obviously cosmetically it looks very beautiful, but there are also some little details that have changed. I'm sure there'll be plenty more to change as ZywOo grabs another. Just one more to find. They know he was over towards long. It will be Romps. Deagle in hand. And with 19 seconds left, he will need to go down. So Romps will fall to Apex, who appears to be everywhere. And there it is. 6-2, a 4-round lead. Now, Overpass is a map that, if we were talking CSGO, I would be saying I think it's very difficult on the T side. I think this is one of the harder maps to be able to manufacture a strong T haul, especially if you lose the pistol. They won the Force. They had a chance to get into the game quite early here, but I don't want to say it was squandered. It was good work from Vitality to be able to win the Force by Wars and put themselves in this position. And right now, by the sound of that, we are hearing the first tactical timeout for FaZe. Neo, absolute legend of the game. Newly appointed coach of FaZe, an opportunity to chime in. And there's Matt, assistant coach. So quite a storied individual. 1.6. Now, what is the change? What has Neo called for in this timeout? How does he want to see FaZe approach this next round of play? There is no AWP to deal with on either side of the server. Standard map control, so through the flames is Twist.
Ooh, that's info. They know Twist is close, and Spinks decides to get the hell out of dodge as the molly arrives.
That's an interesting. That's an interesting smoke. That's a T smoke. Or is that showing on the radar because it was a picked up?
That's also possible. I wasn't paying enough attention. I can go back
Okay.
and check.
Yeah. It could be a conundrum for MC.
Yeah, good luck coding.
Because because the smoke is the color of the one that you have.
Picked
so
up,
the CTs,
right.
if you buy it, it's going to be a bit more of the bluey grey tinge. For the Ts, it's a bit more of the orangey tinge. And if you pick up a T smoke, it's going to be deployed in that. You're looking at it now.
Yeah.
It is a T smoke.
Yep, it is.
Okay. All right. Never mind. Nothing needs to be fixed at all because Vitality line him up, knock him down, 4 kills as easy as you like before Rops has anything to say about it. 2 heads have come his way, 45 seconds.
He's looking very tappy, isn't he, Ropsy? He's hitting some nice shots. FaZe Clan, however, just completely disintegrated upon arrival. They went for a bit of a pace change there.
I guess if you've been feeling somewhat harassed, think about it. The pistol round, they had one aggressive up towards mid. They had 2 guys push long. In other gun rounds, they've been aggressive up towards bathrooms and long. So wanting to make sure they get all that control, and FaZe did. But for what? They didn't really apply any pressure elsewhere. They go back for a pop in towards B. They get shut down, and now Rops is hiding, looking to hold on to his AK. So 7-2. That is the half victory for Vitality now, and the rest is just what type of pepper they can put on top, because FaZe are feeling quite salty about this one.
Gosh, the MP9 does look like it's even more potent in CS2. In the right hands, that is.
Well, that's all the conversation about the swinging and the wide peaks, and now you're so agile with a weapon that's accuracy, you just keep on moving. Don't need to let go of those movement keys.
I will say distinct lack of shotguns day 1 of IEM.
Well, Simple's not here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a big
The
contribution.
trendsetter is not here. That is going to cause a few issues. Okay, wow. You have this AK of Rops. You have some light upgrades around it. Okay. All right.
Oh.
Let's.
Been in the lab. I guess it's just something for him to watch while he waits for his boost. Either way. Interesting setup, Chad. What do you make of this for the CT side in terms of kind of more arm's length? Like, they're essentially counting on Spinks to just clear out. Oh, well, clear out con. I was going to say hold con, but he's cleared it out.
Yeah, well, the position of Apex is the most telling part of this. They essentially giving up all of bathrooms, all of long, expecting potentially a B pop, but now that Spinks has this space, Apex playing for info, Now they can all just rotate over. So this has worked out nicely. I think on anti-ecos or anti-force, you want to be a bit heavier over towards B.
Sure.
You don't want to give away fights at range to Deagles or say, play up close in the bathrooms and give away rifles. But here it comes, Spinks on the flank.
Lovely.
That's the bomb.
Yeah, the jig is up. And that's going to slow down the crawl from the rest of them. Brokey and Rain now looking to play whack-a-mole. Hold on. Rops his AK in the feed. He'd need more. Karrigan, the scout fan.
Daewoo,
he should be dead. Yeah, he is. Tucked in tight. Magisk will finally bring down that rifler. A double kill from the Dane. And more tags from that scout, but nothing lethal. So another round in the bag.
Momentarily scary, but yeah, I think when you're locked in, right, completely enveloped by the CTs in that moment, you're going to have to fight your way out of it, and just not enough. So let's see, can you get yourself anything more than 2 rounds in this half? Well, the rifle's back out and in the hands, and as Twist is just peering around, the bullets between the eyes. Work from Magisk here on this multi.
Full gunny. 2 rounds left in the half. FaZe looking to recover it.
Poor Daewoo, he's looking again, but no AWP, and that means no quad boost out of FaZe. So he has this extremely deep line, which facilitates, again, a Spinks push. So this is what they're aiming for, just allowing Spinks, their star rifler, to take all of this room. Look at the clock. There is 1 minute and 25 seconds, and Spinks is already on his way up the ladder behind them. Karrigan trying to make some space elsewhere.
Very good for Vitality was the end of that sentence, but as I say it, Twist has managed to give him a man advantage.
But
Spinks
this is still so quick.
Yeah, precisely. By virtue of that information off of that boost. Nade, good work, clears the smoke, and leads to more damage inflicted. But they're not going to be looking at Spinks. There's no way they're ready for Spinks. Some discipline so he can find the multi. Clean into the first. Daewoo steals the second. They're trapped on short side. Robs and Rain up against 2.
They have smokes, both of them.
Should be able to get it onto the bomb. Just throw it onto the bomb. No HE to clear. They'll have to spam, have to hit their shots. Flash to pull them off, avert their gaze. It's not ideal. Daewoo onto the bomb and hoping and praying. He's going to try and go for it. The knife comes through. The bullets do too. And a third on the board for FaZe. Despite all of that handiwork, the fancy footwork, Spinks with a fast flank, but good work kicking open that B-side door.
Yeah, it's messy Counter-Strike though, isn't it? This is definitely not a clean game by any stretch of the imagination, and I think this opening kill defines exactly that. Good trade work. Look at the body just getting flung across the map. Apex just slightly ahead of the smoke as well. You can see him there wanting to make sure he could try and contribute to get that defuse coming through, but put all the pressure on Daewoo, and now we move into the final round of the first half.
Different approach from both sides here.
Different Apex boost this time. No dice.
No cigar.
They really want to try B again. I guess FaZe haven't liked how this one's tasted over towards A. Rain selling what is a default. So front bathroom and a divider molly. Very standard if you are working on that map control. You can see that one burning out, but Spinks this time forward in the bathrooms. Has the help of Daewoo towards top side. This applies the pressure over towards... Oh, Daewoo had the angle. Does it again, and...
Whoa. Yeah, I mean, he pulled the trigger. He
Corner of the
tags
wall.
him up, but Rain nails it. A clean headshot from the Norwegian and a 2-man advantage for FaZe to close this one out with a W.
4's not bad.
No, it's certainly not. On the T side of Overpass, with the way in which that force by war was won by Vitality. Man advantage, it could get worse for Magisk. 2-man advantage for FaZe. 4, not bad, says Chad, but it's not locked in yet. Especially because Flames in the server, hitting shots, brings it back to a 2-on-2, now a 1-on-1. Karrigan for the clutch. An important round for the leader, can't put it across the line. It's Flamesy to close the half out with a bang. 9 in the bank for Vitality. Brokey's on A.
It's true.
That's what they say. That's what they say, man. That's what they say.
And it should also be rain on A. So yeah, look, we're just talking about the positions, guys. Where are they going to be? It's a pretty standard thing of modern day Counter-Strike.
Making sure everyone's on the same page, so you can call out those names. There was someone using a really cool word for that type of call out, and it's escaping my brain. So we'll come back to it. But either way, Vitality have 9, FaZe have 3. And this is just the first map of an elimination match. That's right, guys. I know you've just tuned in. You've probably woken up. You've made yourself a coffee if you're tuning in from Europe. And you're here to watch what should have been, an elimination game between some of the smaller names. Not to be. In fact, a slip up in our MR12 best of one has put both of these teams on an immediate alarm bell. Got Chev and MC with our observing. And we've got ZywOo, who's overlooked that tree position, but it's ZywOo. Jeez. It doesn't matter, Twist. You've got to hit that first bullet, otherwise ZywOo's going to gun you down. He does so cleanly, and an advantage has now been equalized.
Well, the B-bomb site right now is completely open. As ZywOo, sure, we're going to stay on his POV. He can keep fighting. He can keep trying to lay down the law, but it's just Karrigan over towards Heaven. So essentially giving up the site, Apex calling them in, and they will take B with ease. Oh, I say that. Karrigan takes down Spinks, clearing out. Bomb to get planted, and damage done at range. Karrigan cops a goosh.
Yeah, ZywOo's Glock is lethal. Long range doesn't matter. Magis caught out. No, ZywOo. What?
They didn't hear him? He was running? He was running in the water.
Yeah, but this is like round defining. He actually is going to get both of them. Or at least one into the back of the head. Oh, Mama Brokey with the dual Berettas. And now FaZe, thanks to, in part, everyone. I can't help but feel Karrigan's little catch there as well was a good insight to the retake.
I'm surprised he went not overlooked. Obviously, they want to clear out the site there, but there was really no focus on him at all. So Karrigan, yeah, great impact from the heavens. And I thought ZywOo was going to get away with absolute murder. Brokey on the Julies.
I'd like to see
impact.
Brokey's second as well. It looked crazy from his opponent's POV. I don't know if we're going to have it in the pack. Here it is.
Oh!
Yeah, pretty spicy.
Yeah, not too shabby. So Rain and Brokey with doubles and Karrigan with the loose end as a plant. So this is different from the series we had with Maus, where there weren't really plants on the T side. So we do get force buys that are a whole lot meatier. FaZe, this conversion is necessary.
Ooh, interesting. A CT smoke towards the playground to start. Karrigan throws out the HE, 4 damage it seemed, and 2 aggressing towards this short pipe. This is where an MP9 can do its best work, but he's not ready for Magisk. Catches him by surprise with that Galil. Now Karrigan's been run down, and just brute force. Brutal from Vitality, just putting the pedal to the metal. Apex gets away with that one. Got brought low. And now Flames is on the hunt. They want to take these rifles away. 2 M4s for FaZe. It may not be brought through.
Has this been heard?
Yeah, it seems highly likely that Brokey goes down here. Just a leaping Mac 10 when he comes out of bank or dumpster, wherever it may be. Flames is not going to be slowing down. M4 upgrade sounds mighty fine.
It's also a very, I was going to say hard clear, and I don't mean difficult clear, but I mean you have to be pre-aiming exactly like that. So he cops a dink for his troubles, but gets the kill and should even be able to get the upgrade out of this. So a great little hunt. Rain would do everything to hold on to this M4 right now, and considering how far away they are, I think he might get that opportunity.
But in terms of second rounds and as far as they go, that was like nearly perfect.
I think that's a good example of the peaker advantage discussion that the players are having, because it looked like Rops was jiggling. It wasn't like he was standing still, and he was on a right eye.
Yeah.
And then Magisk absolutely bops him. He still did decent damage. Okay, so maybe Rops would win that with the rifle. But there was also the sound situation with the sound situation with ZywOo running behind them, or at least I thought.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
And nobody reacted
Definitely
to
made
it.
a step, at least for us. We heard a big watery step.
And that is one of the biggest complaints out of the majority of pros, is the audio being a very big one.
I think Vertigo is in a bit of a league of its own at the moment in terms of that, because it is by nature of the design.
Just there we saw a burning building, so that'll tell you more missed utility, which is going to be commonplace. I wouldn't be expecting the players to be nailing everything perfectly considering the changes. Now they have Forceport behind this saved M4, and nice little cheeky boost on the railing. That is a new little railing right there. Just used to be a little bit of a garbage bag. There's also a couple of boosts when this map first came out that you were able to exploit.
And the FaZe Clan Deagles work their magic here.
Rops is the only one who I feel can really unravel this round, and he would need to find a perfect timing.
Yeah, well, Zywoo's been finding perfect headshots, and this time just to the body, but Rops is gone. And so the threat neutralized. They're in no hurry here. In fact, taking a look at where the bomb's going, and maybe it seems like they're scrapping their plans. Bit of a fake.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many footsteps Spinks heard running away, if any. And if he heard a bunch, that might be one of the telling signs as to why Apex has called them over towards the second letter of the alphabet.
Rain's here, at least. With that rifle, they might go overlooked. A nice distraction. He can activate. Need one, need two. Oh! Rain nearly with a masterful 3. He's done some damage. He's set them up. And FaZe Clan are turning this round on its head. A brilliant headshot from Brokey. Takes Zywoo out of the round, and now Flames in a clutch that, with only 17 HP, shouldn't have a voice.
Time's a problem.
Brokey, oh, 8 seconds. He still takes the fight. He doesn't care. He doesn't mind. Flamesy low. And Brokey provides.
Insane from Rain. And maybe another reason as to why Apex is calling them back over towards B is because Rain is traditionally that A defender with the rifle. And the pistols are baiting from in the way. And this is huge. The double up is great, but then the transfer and the damage done, it gets immediately converted upon by well, not immediately, but eventually converted upon by Brokey. But look at this from him. He's done a great job from Heaven. And this is almost exactly how it played out in that first half. Just the other way round.
Damn, yeah, you're right.
So Vitality won the pistol, FaZe won the Force, and then Vitality won the Force back, and the same thing's happened now for FaZe. So almost identical halves so far. As
well, it will be even more so identical if we see a little run here now from FaZe Clan CT side. With 4 of those first 5 going the way of Vitality. Can FaZe respond in kind?
I think Magisk is trolling Spinks with his avatar picture. Everybody else at home can't see it, but it's a picture of Spinks.
Yeah, just keeping him on his toes.
That's pretty funny.
Deep playground molly. They're landing that nicely and consistently. Slows down Zywoo's approach. And they're going for more of a fountain crawl.
Yeah, I think their buyback is a whole lot meatier than what FaZe's was at this junction. I think this was like a scout and a Galil.
That's right, yeah. This is certainly potent. And Rain's angle is got one gap, and they're walking, contact walking, straight through it. He's got a good internal timer here. Well aware of the potential. One and done.
And has, well, help, I suppose, Brokey. One of the heroes of the previous with a lot to do, getting run down on the dice. And still converts the flash. Rops helped him out from range. Brokey's still trying to do some damage, eventually dealt with as that just traded out.
They're stubborn, aren't they? Just keep bringing the fight to them, not allowing that territory to be taken. It leaves Spinks alone. A 1 versus 3 demanded of him. And he's got 50 seconds to try and solve this riddle. The bomb in front of the CTs, it seems like his days are numbered. There's nothing for him here.
Is it going to be a 40-second save? That's the biggest question.
That is what I suspect.
And, not confirmed.
Hold your horses. Hoping for a little jump out of Karen. There's absolutely no reason to do it, but, you know, maybe temptation gets the better of him. 25 and count.
Same to be said for Twist when there's MP9. Maybe upgrades at the worst possible time.
You and the House of Cards tumbles down. Doesn't look like it's a threat anymore. They get the sound cue. They know where he is, and Spinks will opt to save.
Okay, well, it had a slight moment of opportunity of a fight. Just a slight one.
There was one. An opportunity, that was.
FaZe will get 6. So, Rain with some very good impact. The fact that he finds that timing, it alerts them to this coming earlier. It actually sends Vitality rushing forward in towards the site. And the rotation from FaZe, bang on point. Now with 1 saved AK, not enough money for the buy. The loss bonus going into the next for Vitality will be 2,400. So as long as everybody keeps themselves around that 2K mark, they should be all good in the hood.
Very artistic work. Nice from MC.
Now we just need to see how far they can push Spinks' AK. You want to set him up, have a couple of flashes to try and facilitate picks. And early again with this FaZe smoke, it is forcing one option for Vitality. You have to go in towards the playground, which could be used later in the game to funnel them, and long players from FaZe go aggressive, and you just get that long to playground fight. It's just also, this map's all about delay tactics for the CTs. We've seen it for the longest of times, the double mollies, the forcing the timings to go against that of the T's, then they have to be more diligent of their clears. They worry about long, bathrooms, push up towards tree, maybe even fountain if some teams want to get cheeky with it.
Yeah, and I mean, and to build upon that, you know, the kind of the Naphany smoke, or as I would describe it. Oh, my goodness, that's an effective HE.
The problem is as well, it's going to tell you that there's players there. I see Rez tweeting about this now. I really think that's something that needs to be reconsidered from Valve. It's too much information for nothing.
Yeah, especially considering the HE's doing so much already. Limits some of the CT's aggressive moves. Nice from Rain. 4 alive from FaZe as they collect their 7th. And they have managed to replicate the exact success route we saw from their opponent in the first half on their defense. FaZe with 4 out of the first 5 rounds on this defensive half.
And you can see Matt, the coach, talking. So a timeout, the first to be called from Vitality. They've had easy street up until this point. So that resistance that has been met requires a bit of a chin wag. Magic has already invested, but well, hold up a minute. You can sell back your items now. So it's not the end of the world if there is a change away, but with more buys coming through, that doesn't appear to be the case. Now, Spinks, because he saved that AK 2 rounds ago, it means the loss bonus not going to be as flush as the rest of his teammates. Is he going to be the one left having to just wield maybe a MAC-10 or a pistol, or will somebody hook him up with a rifle? He's one of the higher flyers thus far for Vitality, 16 kills to his name. The same for Flamesy, 13 for Apex, 13 for Zywoo. But that said, Apex, even though he's not at the top of the scoreboard, his kills early on were very impactful with the MP9. It bailed Vitality out in a big way. So Spinks will be operating with a Deagle.
It's the price he pays.
You also find yourself, when you're a little bit more strapped for cash, that you have to, you won't have HEs, means you can't disperse those smokes. It does limit options again. So the finance is still king in Counter-Strike.
Good setup for Con. Oh, with Molly.
Would have been perfect.
It
Could have isolated a couple of fights there.
Yeah, well, that's going to have to change his play now. Just takes the fight all the same. Oh, and just like that. Couldn't track. Rain goes wide. Rops will find the frag.
As much as B feels like it is susceptible, they've had aggression A.
There's only one player. Very.
There was one player.
One player. They have no idea. But perhaps they can suspect with the fact there was 2 Con.
That flash over means that they're thinking someone's already entering the side.
Now it's up to Rops to get the multi-kill. Dead to the Spinks D. Brokey nearly had them both. But Twist, a silver platter for the clutch. Bomb's going in. Spinks is covering. Free frag. Twist knows where you are. Spinks opting to take the fight. And Twist clutches for FaZe. Another round for them. 4 in sequential fashion. And it's just a 2-round game.
A little bit of that was half a smile for Carrigan there. He looks very serious, very stressed at the moment, and understandably with this being an elimination.
You've come a long way, man. You've come a long way. For the first day of play to be your last, it would be brutal.
Yeah, but look, how many... and I understand that we are on the other side of the world, and these guys travel a lot. Hang around. Go to the zoo. Go see the Opera House. Yeah. Wait, I think they already did that day 1. Maybe we need to
seen it all, mate.
Yeah, we're ready to go.
Yeah. Banged it all out in a day. Forward and aggressive. Look at this from Robs. He doesn't need to go too much further because the fights are coming to him. 2 down. Rain takes an opportunity for 2 of his own, and it is just going to be Apex run down. 1 more bullet will do it. And it's a 1-round game now. FaZe's CT side looking equally as potent.
Well, this is their map pick, right? And I don't want to... That conversation is great when everybody knows what everybody does and it's ironed out. But when everything's new, and these teams, most of which haven't had any CS2 officials, I think it was only 3 out of the 16 teams we had in attendance who have any officials of note, it means that a lot of this is black box. What have you been working with? Who have you pracked against? What do you know exactly what the approach is going to be? Well, a lot of things have stayed the same. Rob still gets to play the awesome role of going, essentially, wherever he feels, or wherever Carrigan feels, the attack's going to be coming. Right there, as the rotator, he's up A, farming a couple of ecos. That's got to feel good.
Spinks makes it through. Short water. Battle for it ensues. Got Zywoo with him.
Look at this call from Carrigan. He's started 4B. So expecting a B pop.
Pretty good call considering. Look at the lay of the land. Vitality setting up an early boost here. The Molly's going to disrupt that. Forces a smoke. Where's it? And it's... My, this is getting interesting now.
I think that's a T-smoke. They extinguished.
Yeah, it was just blue.
Yeah, it looked. It's yeah. I
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's because they picked up a ZT spot. I don't know. Oh, well, that worked out nicely. Rops has lost his head.
That we do know.
And say that with conviction. 50 seconds as they do start to maneuver towards long.
They're going to have to keep a little bit of pace to this. They don't have to full just plus W, but still some urgency required.
Brain's looking for answers long. I think he may have caught a little glimpse of something there.
Yeah, the mouth moving a bit and a defensive molly. They can't just run through that. Need support.
He's got it. Smoke, perfect timing. He can kick around that. Oh, doesn't find the kill. It's up to Brokey. Awkward position. Rock in a hard place. The Molotov force him into the fight, and it's Flames that will collect it. Oh. Yeah, you got another one of those clutches, Twist. That doesn't look good. 20 points of health and 3 to find as Vitality. They get themselves around a necessary one. Their second of this T campaign.
Now, if I was FaZe, I'd take a timeout just to discuss what type of buy. You haven't had an AWP yet on this CT side, and if you want to try and prioritize that, then there might be some finances that are missing elsewhere, and they have done. So there is a Brokey AWP. It has left the situation, these bloody avatars, where Rain just has a A1S and armor. Wait. We really needed a better version for when we were in Go TV. I'm just going to reference this. This is much nicer.
Brokey takes the AWP con. He knows he's on a timer after firing that shot, so gets away from the potential punish. Saiwu tasked with containing CT aggressions towards the fountain side.
Another different start. So 3 players towards A to kick things off for FaZe. On a bit of a rope between both is Rops, the rotator as mentioned. So when do they start to feel pressure, the need for him to come back over and support the likes of Carrigan and Twist, 2 of which are doing their best to hold on to the util. Brokey will actually bring the AWP over towards B. Been having a good map, 19 kills in total thus far.
They're coming. Carrigan looks like he's got a good smoke, but it's not going to stop the push. Spinks has got himself the first. Cut down, his teammates push the smoke as well, but the nade is good. Carrigan's spray is better. He's going to burn down to a 3 versus 2. Brokey hitting the shot necessary, as does Rops long range on the Yorg, so it's all really boiled down to just Flames. Couple of taps. Willing to take the fight is Rops with that scope advantage on the long range fight, so FaZe not going to fall and not going to concede that 12th just yet.
And we were talking about this during the Mouse versus Na'Vi series to do with, hey, the time difference between Europe, the potential of the jet lag. And these teams now, they've already played a best of 1 today, and now this is the last series of the day. And local, it is currently 12 past 10. So that fatigue is potentially a factor, and especially we're also looking at a game where everything is not as ironed out as well. So there is a bit more randomness, I would say.
Yeah, throw all of that into an elimination.
With 2 of Counter-Strike's biggest names.
Yeah, I mean, we really are we're onto a winner here. Well, from an entertainment perspective.
Yeah, well, maybe not from the playoff perspective.
Precisely.
We've got Bet Boom locked in, and Mouse with a stand-in.
With a stand-in.
Who played very well, mind you. Nexius, got to give props to the young gun. Tobe is getting a lot of credit from Cycron for the youngsters that he's able to pull through the NXT roster. And understandably so. Yeah,
I mean, the desk were praising the academy rosters of MOUZ, giving them a lot of praise for that. And understandably so, those names. I mean, look at the MOUZ roster. Just
everybody bar frozen.
Yeah. Rain's under a lot of scrutiny. That smoke, though, does give him something to play around.
It's interesting, like the amount of pressure he's feeling. Not too much support, really.
40 seconds and I was starting to maneuver back towards B short. There's 3 here from FaZe. Twist in a forward position to try and contain short side. They flash. Perfect timing for this. Carrigan activates with a lot of damage and a kill. He'll finish the job, or Rops will help him out with a triple kill of his own design. It's just the 2 of them. They find all 5. Good shutdown on B. 11-11.
It used to just be Carrigan really buying the org, right? There was a couple of like in-game leaders, and maybe there was an odd player or two who would like it. But in CS2, it's quite clear that this weapon is getting a lot of love. We even saw earlier in the day quite a few Kriegs or SGs being bought out. So it's interesting to see them getting some play time. You thought people, now that you can have both M4s, that they'd be sticking with that. But Rops is doing a great job on the org, and another impactful round from him there, and 20 kills in total. This game tied up, but likely to see FaZe the first to 12. Look at the finances, look at the type of purchase that Vitality have brought in here to defend their honor.
You can see that Rain reaction. As soon as he heard the extinguish, he knew his setup had to change, he had to adjust it. He's got Brokey alongside with him.
Oh, Vitality, they felt like they had done more than enough in that first half.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Just that little tail end resurgence from FaZe has made it a real game here. 9-3 half though.
I guess that is the 11-4.
Yeah, it is.
Which, especially on a map like this, is a scoreline you can come back from. It's not condemning.
Yeah, T-side overpass can be tricky. And Apex, his scout connected. Brokey's just got the bigger one and finds that lethality to the center of mass. They've now thrown into more deadly hands. See what ZywOo can get done with his scout. As they've found them. They've found them both. Now with the scout tag, and the Deagle can finish off the job. We've got a 4-on-4. Well. Rob's got tagged. ZywOo's been doing some damage. And now they're expecting this to force a rotate. This is quite
25 seconds.
But they have to do it quickly. It's only Carrigan here right now. Only Carrigan up against the world. A HE and an AK to his name. They're coming. He knows it. He has some help. Finds the first. Solid hold, but not the second he so needed. They are very low. And no time for this. No chance to get the bomb down. It's flames to fall as well. 3, 2, and dead. As FaZe, 1 round away from taking their map pick and doing so in regulation. Didn't think that would be possible.
It's going to be feeling great because remember the pistol round in the very first half. They had a 1-on-3 situation against Flamesy. It was a round where the bomb was planted default. Right. They could have just played it from bathrooms. Even if they sold Carrigan away, Rob's the same. It would have been a round that they could have picked up. Then they win the 4. She's like, okay, this is fine. It's on. But Vitality, they mount some miracle rounds of their own. Some great SMG play from the likes of Apex, and they get in it. Get deep in that half. A massive scoreline in their favor, and now FaZe, the first to reach 12. They could still get this done.
Will anyone from Vitality step up now and force us into overtime? Many a twist and turn already in our first map of this elimination series. Very light on nades. Vitality, they've got 1 smoke and 2 flashbangs for a must-win round. It's going to have to just be brute force. Setting out ZywOo up to try and provide the openings, and he doesn't connect onto Brokey. He must have whistled past him there. Forward smoke. Rain strikes, as does Rops. ZywOo with the 1 back on the rebuttal. Taking space is Apex straight up long. Brokey knows he's going to have to fill that gap eventually. So starting to recede. Rain's already taken all of connector space away. Does he really go any further? You've got an advantage. Perhaps he can just call his jets here. Oh, wow. Perfect timing. As Spinks was mantling and distracted.
That's got to be
like it should be done. Unless Apex trying to force overtime.
But look, there's 30 seconds. Apex is in the site. The bomb is all the way back on ZywOo, and it still needs to make the entire way up through party.
Yeah, I mean, Apex knows he's going to have to take some serious fights if they want to get that bomb down. 20 seconds and counting. ZywOo, knife out, charging in. Rain for the late arrival flank. 2 from this bank side. Perhaps there is overtime after all. Apex and ZywOo are 2v4 now, 3. ZywOo knows he has to be the playmaker. And maybe plays is what he's doing. Twist is dead. A 2-on-2 now, getting uncomfortable. Carrigan begging for Rain to arrive. And a missed shot from ZywOo. Maybe FaZe can finish it here. It's all onto 1 man. It's Rain in the clutch. They've got no health between them. ZywOo got tagged.
Oh!
And it's Apex that closes. Overtime. on its way on Overpass.
Wow, this has just been a real fight. I cannot believe they won that round. The bomb at 35 seconds, all the way back at Playground, had to traverse that entire distance. They get in, they plant safe, and they pull that one off. This is a round that you just don't see happening. That is the way back in. Apex getting that kill opens up the site, and they didn't want to fight him on their own. They had no need. The bomb wasn't planted just yet. But giving them that space, that was the coffin for FaZe, and now they've got to go again. 12,500 MR3. This is a regulation scoreline we're looking at if we get it done in overtime number 1.
Yeah, let's go. Looks like aggression's on the menu here, or at least a nade. Trying to find ZywOo's in his progression. Spinks. Damage inflicted there onto Robs with the spam. Oh, and Brokey's aggressive line has been rewarded. Magis gets caught out. Orp in the feed to start, and Spinks! He's getting pushed. Still takes one. Twist will trade, and his spam actually not far off Flames. Takes him low. Nice from Robs. Expecting to see someone crawling through the monster pipe.
Almost felt like a pre-fire, didn't it?
That was a great shot from ZywOo, just to the toes, but enough. But they know where he is. Well, they know where he was. He's already quite quick on the relocation. How aware is Rain?
If he goes wide, he's going to get this space for free. So Rain giving this up, it does become Brokey's responsibility at some point, or they essentially are playing retake on the A site. He's made up a lot of ground in a short period of time, and he's making no secret of it. So Rain's starting to pivot back now, aware of the timing window. Will he catch him?
Oh, he's aware, but that's quite the shot from ZywOo. Has he got a clutch in him here? Trying to get that bomb down. Twist, broken from either side, north and south. Great nade, but still, you need to put him down. Trying to take the fight with a pistol. Brokey delaying, Twist is advancing, and ZywOo potentially clutching, misses his chance. That was the shot to bring it into the one-on-one. A valiant attempt, threatening throughout, but FaZe will take the first of OT.
Okay, well, if the rounds stay like this, it's great. Maybe if you had a friend and it was a 2-on-3 situation, not ZywOo against the world, but this is much better than the early stage of this game. It felt quite messy, a little bit sketchy at times. It's still all over the place. You're looking at Spinks in the smoke, and you see with the X-ray the two players aggressing. And the way that the smokes look, you're just in blackness. It's so dark, right? So quite difficult to navigate, but hey, a round back for FaZe. Magic number we're looking for here is going to be 16. Pipe molly through the hedges.
Three CTs leaning toilet side. Flames audible now to Rain. That two-man setup. This is quite a crossfire. It's going to be difficult to break. Rain poised and ready.
I think that flash did more to Flames than it did to Rain. But you can see essentially Rops is baiting Rain in this scenario. He's waiting to activate, but nothing's happened. They haven't actually cleared anything out. They haven't postured forward. There's no way that Vitality can think with what they've done at the start of this round that Bathrooms is clear. They haven't applied any pressure whatsoever.
Twist is very cognizant of the potential for that boost. Looks like they're actually directing it now. Will he pre-aim it next time he re-clears?
So,
they're actually both going to play forward. So get that smoke down.
Well, that nade would have hit. They would know that there's players over towards short.
Shallow smoke. Yeah, most definitely seem aware. 28 seconds. Looks difficult for Vitality to get into the site now. 20 seconds. Smoked off. Rain.
He's noisy as well.
Didn't get heard. There's two of them there. Oh, pandemonium into the site. Brokey with just 10 seconds left. He just has to stop the bomb. A nice frag. Can they get the bomb in? Apex, 5 seconds. He's going to get it down. Just in the nick of time. And Vitality miraculously leave with the round. That is bananas.
It is crazy that they have no control on the map. All they have is short. That is all they have on the entire map, and they're still pulling around like this off. And they're blocking Monster, they're using their smokes, they're waiting it out. It feels like FaZe are doing all the right things, and then it all just falls apart. And Rain's running down Connector, and nobody's considering it. I would love to be able to hear what the players can hear, just so we can get more of an accurate depiction. Like, it's so difficult because it is a whole new sound system.
Yeah.
4-player A start right now from FaZe. This is very aggressive. Might see them push down towards Connector, might see them go aggressive A late.
Oh my god, they just pushed the Monster smoke. Spinks is...
Well, this is a great call. It's only Carrigan.
Answers immediately. Yeah, Carrigan's worrying about re-smoking, but he has no idea just how close he is to death. Magisk sends him sailing on the river of sticks, and ZywOo handing the tag on to his rival Orpa.
Apex has got the bomb here, and will get across safely. So in towards the B site. They're not trying the heaven boost, are they? Boys, the railing's gone.
Well, now they know. Twist, wow, valiant attempt, pushing through as a second smoke was arriving.
It feels like they've stolen this away from FaZe again. That's what it felt like in the first half. Right, FaZe had a lot of opportunities for more rounds in the first half, but Vitality just pipped them at the post.
Yeah, these last 2 rounds, the prior in particular, gonna haunt FaZe if this leads to their demise and elimination. Just the first map, and certainly not done. That's the first half of our first OT. And a slight lead for Vitality.
And there's timeouts available, right? You get 3 timeouts in regulation, then in OT you will get a timeout per team. But doesn't appear to be getting used just yet. And that was all about playing ahead of that Monster smoke, which worked out with FaZe deciding to play heavy towards A. They started 4 players A with Carrigan the solo B defender, and it worked out perfectly. So a great call of the bluff there. Probably not certain just how well that actually worked out for them.
This is gonna be something.
Okay.
Wow, okay, not bad.
Okay.
Not a bad idea. Not bad at all.
Been in the lab for sure.
Most definitely.
People are saying the boosting's a bit funky at the moment, something that Hugo was pointing out to me a couple of weeks ago. I've seen some tweets about it as well.
Yeah, accuracy on boost was a conversation. My theory is that it's to do with your boostee moving his head and your dynamic feet doing the jig. Brokey, jig is up. Oh, missed his chance, missed his shot. A triple out of Magisk. He is a monster. That monster.
Well, considering how many B plays it felt like FaZe were having to do in that first half, they were also having a hard time going towards A. So Vitality taking the fight to them, and they'll likely secure OT number 2 at a minimum, as Spinks will take one more. It's just going to be Rain, the last man standing.
Booked him. Booked him this time. On FaZe's pick, no less. Vitality going to have a handful of opportunities. Rain in a 1 versus 4 first. Spink should have him. Sitting in the off angle. Rain likely has the pre-aim, but let's see who can pull the trigger first. Spink, the answer to that one. Clean as you like. 15 in the bag. OT 2 at a minimum, as Chad has highlighted. But that requires quite the T side. 2 rounds in a row. Going to have to be some serious good calls out of Carrigan.
Yeah, and this is one of the bigger issues that they have is it was hard to string consecutive rounds together for both of these teams' T side. That's why what Vitality did on the first half of OT number 1 is extremely impressive. So they've really lined this one up just to put it in now and get ourselves ready for Inferno. We get things underway. This one feels like it could be the final round of play.
It certainly does. Spinks is going to be having a similar feeling. He's got Apex alongside with him. Aggression up long. Rain should be dead. Somehow, still fighting for a moment. Apex dunks him. Nice from Spinks, and all up to the 3 of them. Brokey finds one. Rops takes matters into his own hands. An opportunity as he had the nade in his hand. It's Magisk gets away with the first. And it's Rops that still manages to find them both. B defenders counting on ZywOo to make up for their shortcomings here. Into the site. No reason to rush. A full minute left in play. Apex 1 and done. Brokey another. High impact game from him. 29 frags and more required as Vitality do fall. And one more round needed to go further.
You have to thank Ross for that. It felt like the opportunity with the jump and the nade and the awkward-looking model. You think, oh no, he's been done. He's been CS2'd in the moment, but 2 kills off the back of that gets them back into the site, and that was a 3-on-5 situation. Apex with the nade to open up on the rain. Spinks onto Carrigan Shaw. Brokey grabs one back with the AWP, but it's all Rops. Great job from him. It's the two of them combined, Rops and Brokey. Well, they keep them alive for another round.
Yeah, Rops and Brokey, seriously strong haul. 1 map and 55 frags between the two of them so far. Brokey going for an aggressive line. Rops, we just talked about his impact. He's done it again. A first blood drawn to try and secure a second OT. Walking wonky. Vitality needs someone to claw back and equalize. Currently stands at 5v4. No hurry. Carrigan's got his troops pausing right now.
Was that a jump or was that a boost where Apex just went down? Either way, quite the shot from Rops. Plenty of util available. Brokey hoping someone oversteps the mark, trying to rotate back. AWP trained ready, and his opportunity does present itself, but does not convert. Everyone's ushered themselves away from the monster side. Vitality making sure that they can stay agile. But still, no indication that FaZe want to move.
Aggressive move.
What is that?
Yeah, I'm not sure. The jump in accuracy, perhaps. Magic knows something we don't, but Spinks has managed to find the equalizer. Never mind the equalizer. He's given him a huge leg up. Look at the damage. Brokey and Carrigan's ears are ringing as well, and there's 3 here on the site. They're going to do it. FaZe's pick falling through their fingers, unless Brokey can clutch up something fierce. It's not to be. Spinks secures it. A 30-round game, and Vitality take FaZe's pick down. And down in the dumps of FaZe, a reverse sweep required or elimination on day 1.